Here we go. We're live.
Perfect. All right. Have you guys read through the assignment?
Yes.
Authors? Yeah. Okay.
I kind of understood it, but I was kind of confused on some of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just confused.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Like
I was like, okay,
the Celestine article. That was very confusing.
I think the main part was the part she underlined. That's where the most important parts to get.
Yeah,
and I think
that's
really
what I focused on a lot. Like underline.
All right, let's head through these questions and see what we can get. So the first one, what does love mean for these writers?
Well, I kind of like her little description that she says about like the first one, the love to you. How like when you say I love you, it's like for your own pleasure. Like it's not like love to you is like more of loving like them, but not this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so like I love you is like objectifying, kind of you're saying it to an object.
Yeah.
But I love to you is like it's very direct and you're actually saying it to a person.
Yeah.
An individual. It's respectful, I would say.
Actually, I had a time on my mission when I had this girl that I taught and baptized, and I remember I told her I love you, and she got really awkward, and she was like, oh, and I was like, oh, you don't have to say it back, but I wish that I could have said like, I love to you, like that would have been nicer because she didn't have to reciprocate, you know.
Oh, that's cute. Aw, that's very cute. I like that. Okay, yeah. What were like? Okay, should we talk about the other lady too? About how, or not lady?
Yeah.
I think of them as ladies, but I don't know.
I don't know. I thought they were girls too.
I did too. I just assumed.
Yeah, I kind of seemed like they. Like what I understood was that they kind of had the same kind of thing because, like, you kind of have this image of them in your mind. Like, when you love them, like you're making them up as this thing, and then that's you know what I mean. And so like, you have to be really careful with things. But yeah, and so, but yeah, like it's kind of just like you have to be careful with like words and stuff and.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think they both had the same concept of like, kind of not seeing them as a person, but as more of an object and reducing them their character, I would say.
Yeah.
So they both had very negative thoughts on the word I love you, on the phrase I love you.
Yeah.
It isn't love. Just kidding.
I just felt like they thought too much about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I say, oh, I love you, like, and I mean that I love them, but they're like, oh, but what about this? And like, logically,
You don't
this,
really love
and
me.
you know, like,
you don't even
like,
know.
Just let it be.
Yeah, I agree because it's really opposite of what we learn in church. Like, I'm not sure if everyone's LDS here, but we always like talk about how love is very like endures all things, like charity, the pure love of Christ. But then here it's very like nitpicky about each little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of funny, just like how, like if we think about it in their aspect, like, how like I love you really isn't meaning anything, and then with that little movie clip with Meg Ryan and Albert Einstein,
yeah.
like she's like, I love you. Oh, I said it, and all of a sudden she's you know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah.
but you like didn't at first, but as soon as you said it, you were. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
yeah.
If you think about it that way, she just loves him because she said it and just like she has like this image of him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just kind of funny. I don't know. But.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a good one. Is there any quotes that make you guys think that they're similar in belief?
That one quote that she underlined, the first with irrigare,
Mhm.
I love to you means I do not take you for a direct, but not for revolving around you kind of thing. That kind of like works together. How just like objectifying and like making up as this thing around, not like I don't know. Never mind. Maybe.
What was that? Sorry.
Right. The underlined part of page 530 or the second page is 536 on the top. And then she talks about I love to you, like it's a real definition, not for like just objects. So they kind of like go together. How the lady is saying, I guess. So the first lady is saying, I love to you, is saying like I'm not taking you as an object, and then that goes along with the second lady who's saying, like I'm not making you up as this person, like I'm loving you. You know what I mean? They kind of, I feel like that quote, like her definition coincides with you. If that makes any sense. What I'm saying. Okay.
I think so.
Another quote that I like from Irigare is kind of like when they're explaining the definition of to and like why we add I love to you. So it says the to is the site of non-reduction of the person to the object. It's on page 537. Yeah. So it's like always, and she also underlined always risk annihilating the alterity of the other.
Yeah, that's a good one. The other part too, if you go to the next page, that whole paragraph, like I feel like she showed like the best parts of it to really help. So like just that whole like you don't know me, you know my experience.
Yeah.
So like they're working together. It seems like. Let's look at the other.
What about the other author? Does she have any quotes that stand out to you guys for what love means to them?
Here, I saw what.
Oh, the for a romantic love to emerge, one does not need the real person present. What is necessary is the existence of the image. So it kind of talks about how we don't need the person there, we just need their essence, which kind of relates to how they think love is very narcissistic and objectifying. It's on page 530 and it's underlined.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's probably true though, because I think
Sorry, I can't hear you.
a lot of times we do fall in love.
Wait, I can't hear. Is it just me?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Oh yeah. No.
Sorry. Why?
Oh,
Oh no, Raylene, your mic
I lost.
is cutting
Yeah, I
out.
lost.
1 second.
You know what? There's that little quote right here. Oh, try again.
Can you
Hello.
guys hear me? That's
Yes.
interesting. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, let's head on to the next question. How does love affect the way we see another person?
just saw this quote. It's in the second reading, and it goes, "As such, love does not call for an answer, although we usually think so." And so that kind of goes. I just thought that just goes along with that movie little quote. How just like if we say it, then it all makes sense. You know what I mean? But it's so much deeper than that. Like it's the individual. Like, have you heard like true love? Like you have to love a person when they're mad at you, when they're upset with you, not just like when they love you back. You know what I mean? Like love is just like
Yeah. And I think the writers talked about like love kind of, when you say I love you, it like objectifies. I don't agree with that, but that's what the writers said. So like I guess the way that you see love, I don't know if that's making sense, but like they're saying I love you means like, oh, you're an object, but I love to you means, oh, I actually do love you. So I guess that can kind of affect the way that you would see someone. If you agree with that, but I don't, this really frustrated me.
Okay, so how do you see love as affecting people in your own definition of?
Wait, what?
Well, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
So how do you see love affecting people?
Okay, that's funny. Like, I remember when I first like moved here, freshman year in the dorms. You know, there were some girls that would just be like, I love you, like when they're leaving, and I was like, you didn't know me. Like, you just know my name. Like, do you really love me? Like, if you love me, would you? This is just totally taking it way out of control, but like, jump in front of a vehicle for me. You know what I mean? Like, probably not. Like, they don't know me. Like, but they're like, bye, I love you. And I'm just like, do you? I feel like it just becomes like this habit, and it's like the word loses its meaning. You know what I mean? And so like, it was kind of like weird hearing like, you don't love me when I say I love you. Like, that is weird. And like, I also kind of think it's a cool way of thinking, like, I love, like, to you, like, I am giving you this love. Like, it's something new, and that you wouldn't really think about it, that it means so much more all of a sudden. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's true. I did like the I love to you, because it makes it more of like you're giving it instead of like you're expecting someone. Like you see, when you say I love you, you're like seeing this person and expecting them to love you back. So I guess that's how it can affect how you see them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
I think the words itself don't imply that our own evolution of the phrase. So like I think I love to you could evolve into something similar as well over time.
Yeah.
So it's like I love you in just like linguistic sense doesn't imply that they have to respond that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
So the next question is, does this necessarily need to happen as far as these writers are concerned?
Wait, you cut out again, Raylene. Sorry, what was the question? Which one?
The question is, does this necessarily need to happen as far as these?
As far as the writers are concerned.
I like maybe it kind of it just like makes people think about what they're saying. Like kind of just going back to being like, bye, I love you. Like, are you just saying it, or are you thinking about what you're saying? Like, is it
That's true.
meaningful?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like love, people use it so casually nowadays, it's kind of lost its meaning. So I like thinking that there's like a I love to you, because it kind of gives a more deeper meaning to love, which it should be. Because when Celeste was talking about love, it sounded more like infatuation more than love. Yeah, it was very like temporal and no deep meaning to it. It's just like very narcissistic and non-compassionate. But love should be compassionate, like loving and warm and kind.
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like also though there's like when someone says, "Oh yeah, I love you," like whatever, see you later, like you know that they don't mean it. But when somebody actually loves you and they're looking into your eyes and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love you," and you're like, "Oh, I know that they mean it." So it's like, is it necessary that we need a change of words? Because we can usually tell whether or not someone actually loves us by the way they say it or how well we know them.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Like
sure.
actions speak louder than words. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess necessarily we don't need to say I love to you because your actions should show.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can't hear you.
Oh my goodness. I have no idea why. I'm just saying I love you is a verbalized form of showing that.
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Okay, next question. Do you agree with the definitions of love that these writers use?
Well, we know what I think.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of cool. Like, we kind of do, but we kind of don't. Like, I feel like, because we're like, yeah, like, you should really mean it, and, like, when you say it, but should we really need to change how we say it?
I'm not denying that this kind of love exists because I know there are people that, experience this kind of love, but I don't think this should be the only type of love. I think there's a more deeper purpose to love than the authors.
Yeah. Definitely. It's awesome you can just say it like exactly what I'm thinking. Like, it's just awesome. Like, you put it into words. It's just great.
I think it's also interesting because it's a cultural definition they're putting on, because I love you might mean something different in Mongolia or Africa or in France compared to what these European, I assume they're European, I don't know, American writers are expressing. They're seeing it just from their side of I love you. Whereas other parts of the world, they have a different cultural understanding of that word.
That's true.
It's kind of cool because sometimes you even see like some people just say I love you all the time, and then there's some people that like have a really hard time saying it. They're like that word, you know what I mean? Like, it's just cool. Like, it's just like, yeah, different parts around the world, or even like just different like lifestyles
Yeah.
affect it, what love means to them, you know? Because if you do think about it, like in the church side of it, like you should love everyone. You know, like I love you, but like you have to really mean it, I feel like, when you say it.
Yeah.
So what are other definitions of love that you guys agree with?
Well, like, I love ice cream. Like, I won't marry ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, I won't, like, it's just kind of funny, just like, I love to ice cream. Like, it's just like,
because you don't,
you know? And like, I love you ice cream. It's like, I'm objectifying it, you know what I mean? But like, it is an object. It's just funny, like, I feel like the meat, like, Maybe I'll like start doing it. Maybe I'll like when I really mean it, I'll be like, I love to you. And they're like, I love ice cream, but I love to you, Chantel. You know what I mean? Just like, but like, I forgot what the question even was.
What was the question? What does
You
love
agree?
mean to you?
Oh yeah.
Now,
Okay.
what are definitions of love?
Okay, different definitions. So like I feel like there's a spectrum of meaning on the word of love. Like
Yes.
there's a spectrum, like I love ice cream is like on the lower side of love because yeah, like I love it, but it's like it's temporary and like I can live without it. But then on the other side of the spectrum, if I love the gospel, like
Mm-hmm.
I can't live without it. You know, I mean, it changed my life, you know, and so
Yeah.
I feel like there's this huge spectrum of love that I feel like the writers kind of leaning on this side of it, like really need to love the thing, not like the idea of the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to get my thoughts out there.
And like in addition to that, I'll compare like love. Oh, where's Shanta? Okay. I'll
Oh.
compare like love to faith, like how we have to nourish it and exercise it. So let's see. Now I forgot what I'm trying to say.
No, don't worry. I have a feeling.
Yeah, but basically, like, we have to, like, the more we love someone or love something, the easier it becomes and the stronger our love is. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Kind of like our faith, how if we keep nourishing it, it grows stronger and more firm.
Yeah.
Faith
It's
is
true.
like a little seed.
Another thing to add to that, I really like you can't just let it sit there and not work at it. I think like in marriage, couples love each other, and it's a two-way thing. You can't just say I love to you. You can't just give love, but you guys need to work together as a team, and you need to know that they're gonna put effort in as well.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, love does need to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, realistically, love is not this, like, it's not going to be perfect just because you love someone. You have to endure all these trials and obstacles. And after, working it out, that's when, like, your love grows for that person. Like, it's not going to be a fairy tale from the beginning.
It's true. And I feel like the I love you that the writers didn't really like is necessary in some relationships. Like you said about the husband-wife relationship. Like if you can give them love, but you do expect it back because you're married.
Yeah.
And so when you say I love you, like it's expected that they should say it back because you're supposed to be loving each other.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you?
No.
Do you have enough information?
They're quotes in just for our definitions and what.
Aw, I cut out for me, Raylene.
Me too.
I am so sorry. This campus Wi-Fi. I'm gonna blame that. All right, I think we're good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if you
You're
feel like we helped you, Raylene, you're ready to get on it, then we're ready.
All right. Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, have a good night. If you need any
night.
more help, message.
Sure, send that link. That would be fantastic.
You got it.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.